I was watching Fox News the other day, not on TV, I don't watch it that way. I saw Dr. Oz yapping on Hannity, then I began to question my sanity. The Quacks said we could open the schools. It's an appetizing opportunity that makes him drool. May only cost us 3% in terms of mortality. That goes to show you the depths of his morality. Hacks and quacks, hacks and quacks. They're not really doctors and need a kick in their sacks. Hacks and quacks, hacks and quacks. They're just pretend doctors for the sake of greenbacks. Then there's Dr. Phil, who said lots of people die in schools, but if we shut the country down for that, we'd look like fools. He reasons people's livelihoods are being destroyed because they're not able to be employed. So he thinks if a few die, the ends justify the means. It'll just be old people, it won't be the teens. Old people are gonna die soon anyway, so it's worth it for us if we can get our payday. Hacks and quacks, hacks and quacks. They're not really doctors and need a kick in their sacks. Hacks and quacks, hacks and quacks. They're just pretend doctors for the sake of greenbacks.